In a world where everything is automated and robots are taking over, people really do like to talk to people. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in today. Today, what we're going to talk about is 5 things every beginner business should know. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I don't like long intros because, let's get to the meat. So, number 1, I want to talk about Google. Listing your business on Google. Number 1, everybody Googles pretty much everything. I know you Googled something today, so let's just start there. Google is important because not everybody is on social media. I know. It's almost hard to believe. Very hard to believe, but believe it or not, some people are not on social media. So their method of finding something, like for me, if they want to do microblading or body sculpting, they're going to go right to Google. And like I'm in Charlotte, so it'll be like body sculpting in Charlotte. And they're going to look at Google. Google is important because people will see that you're legit and they can see your reviews. So you want to put your business on Google. It's free to be on there, and you will show as legit because you do have to go through a little bit of process to make sure your listing is on Google. So another good thing with Google is because everything is in one place. Your business hours, your contact information, your work or your products, your everything. I even have my booking site on Google because it's a one-stop shop. People don't want to go to your Instagram and be like, well, how can I contact her? Then have to go somewhere else and somewhere else. Like, Google is great because everything is in one place. They don't have to go searching far. It's just right there. And I like Google because after my appointments with my clients, I literally send them an email and it's automated. So, and that's another video for another time. But through my booking site, I can send follow-up emails with my Google link and they can go in there. You can literally click and it'll take them right to the Google review page and they can leave you a review. And that's important because people love looking at Google reviews. So if your business is not on Google right now, at the time of you watching this video, baby, like, stop the video, go put on Google. Come back to the video, but go to Google, like, now, right now. The next thing I want to talk about is using all forms of marketing. What does that mean? Number 1, you have ads, whether it's Google ads, whether it's Facebook ads, Instagram ads, of course. You have mailers, which, I mean, people still do that. I still get from different health offices and things like that. You have business cards, word of mouth. You have pop-up shops. But you have to do it where it makes sense for your business. Like, for me, I could do a pop-up shop for my body sculpting, but I couldn't do it for my microblading or my henna brows because that's a lot of things to take. And it's something that takes a little bit longer. And I can't interact with other people that are watching as I'm doing it. So for me, I don't really do too many pop-up shops. But let's say you're like selling lashes, you're selling clothes, you're selling like body products. Pop-up shops are great because you're getting into with a lot of people that may not be on social media and may not have not Googled you yet. So it's a great way to get your face out there and put your face with the business. Other forms of marketing, of course, you have your business cards. You want to have them on you at all times because you can be talking to somebody and you bring up, like, I have a business. They're like, oh, well, how can I support you? Baby, right here. I got a card for you. You can see my Facebook, my Google, my website, my booking site, all of that, all in one place. So that's that on business cards. And I don't care what nobody say, business cards is old school. But sometimes you don't have, so what if somebody's phone is dead? You can't take them to your social media or to your Google. Give them something tangible. If they're really interested, they're going to hold on to it. And when the time is right, they're going to use that business card. So don't listen to people that say business cards are outdated because business cards are here to stay. They're going to stay. Major businesses still use business cards. And that's the reason it's something tangible. They can hold, they can take, they can revisit. And even if they forget, and let's say it's in their purse, when they clean up their purse, they'll be like, dang, I forgot about this girl. Let me see what she's up to now. So don't sleep on business cards. No matter what they're talking about, don't sleep on them. And they're cheap. Business cards are very cheap. You can make them yourself. You can make them on Vistaprint, like, especially if you're creative. You can pay somebody to make them. Of course, social media marketing. Like, let's not sleep on social media. Social media is like number one form of marketing right now, especially for this generation. So, you know, you got your TikTok, you got your Facebook, you got YouTube. Hey, y'all. Um, yeah, social media marketing is everything, especially like your shorts, your reels, your TikToks. Like, don't sleep on social media. If you're not a social media person, I'm sorry to tell you, you're a business owner and that's where it's at. There are more forms of marketing, but you got to be on the socials. And let's say you don't want to do TikTok, you got to be somewhere. And it's important to know where your business thrives. Now, this next one, you know, it works for some people, it may not work for others, but Groupon. I know some of y'all probably like, I don't know about no Groupon. Nah, nah, nah. I use Groupon. Groupon is a great way to market your business, especially starting out, because you can offer your services at a discount. They don't have to know you brand new. They do not have to know you're new. They just say, I want to offer services. I'm trying to grow my business. And they're already there. If somebody is on Groupon, they're not just casually scrolling through Groupon to see what kind of deals are out there. They are looking for something specific. If I go to Groupon right now and I'm looking for massage therapy, I'm going to go to Groupon and type massage therapy because I'm looking for a deal for massage therapy. So somebody's on Groupon already, they're already looking for your business. So why not have it there? It's a great way to grow your business. And Groupon is also a way to get reviews because Groupon asks everybody to give reviews. And I'm still on Groupon. Like, there is no shame on my game, baby. Number one, because the traffic flow, and I'm one of the top brow artists on Groupon because I have a lot of reviews. Because I started at the probably a little bit too low. It kind of scared people, but still, it got people in the door. And now, like, since I've had a relationship with Groupon for so long, I can pretty much charge my regular price or right underneath, and they don't take as much because Groupon does take a percentage, but it's worth it because it's a form of marketing and it's just going to help you grow. And by then, you can do word of mouth. And some people are even willing to pay you the Groupon price because they know Groupon takes a percentage. So just putting that out there. Don't sleep on Groupon either. Personal preference, but seriously, don't sleep on Groupon. I'm telling you, don't sleep on Groupon because it was the way I started. And for that, I'm going to be loyal to Groupon. Every time I had a new service, I'm going to put it on Groupon because they don't play with it. And then they boost you up. And I just have a great relationship with Groupon. So, and this is not sponsored. Am I supposed to say that? It's not sponsored or anything like that. But I mean, if you Groupon trying to cut a check, come on. But no, it's not sponsored or anything like that. But seriously, don't sleep on Groupon. Period. Kind of like touched on it a little bit, but it also deserves its own point, and that's going to be having a booking website or a regular website. Invest in a booking site if you're selling services, and invest in a website if you are selling anything else, whether it's an experience, a product. You need a website. People don't want to always have to call and wait for a call back for them to get information. And I know, like me, I don't like calling anywhere. I order everything online. Pizza, if the website is down, I'd be like, well, we got to order somewhere else. Like, that's just me. People don't like social interaction that much anymore. Some people do, but a lot of people, they want, let me just go ahead and book. Like, I just want to go ahead and book. I just want to go ahead. Just want to get all the information I can. And then if I still have questions, then I can call them if I have to. But if you got a good website and a good booking site, everything is going to be right there. So there's no reason to call you. Don't be cheap. I try to be cheap starting out and try to do everything manually. It gets chaotic. Like, you're going to end up overbooking yourself, and then you're going to be screwed because you have somebody that travels from 2 hours away and they're like, yeah, I just traveled. And then, like, sorry, I overbooked you because I was being too cheap and didn't want to get a booking site. Make the investment. There's some things you can cheap on, but when it comes to your services, you don't want to cheap out on that. And it's honestly, it's not that expensive. It's really not. It's worth it for your peace of mind. You're not going to overbook yourself, which I did. Believe it or not, I only did twice. However, it can still happen. Overbooking is not the only reason why you want to have a booking website either. Because some people, especially like, let's say our third shift people, they may be up in the middle of the night and all of a sudden realize like, I really should just get my eyebrows done. Like, I'm just going to do it. And when that thought is fresh in their head, they can't contact you because it's outside of your business hours, or you're probably asleep, or you're not responding. Because at a certain time, like some people, they're like, look, it's outside of my business hours. I'll contact you in the morning. And by that time, they done found somebody else and they book somebody else. So you just miss out on that business. So having a booking site allows them to book when that thought comes to their head immediately. Like they can just go in like, okay, I'm booked. And especially if you're slow starting out, they can book for the next day. So you go to sleep, you didn't have nobody, you wake up, you got a new booking. Like, okay, let's go. The good thing with booking websites, you can set boundaries for how far out and how soon they can book. So if you already plan not to get to the shop till 10 o'clock because you didn't have anything, they can't book for 10 o'clock. So again, that's another video for another day. But that is why having a booking site is really good, because they can go on there, they can see your prices, they can see how long it's going to take, instead of having to call you and wait for you to call them back. Because 9 times out of 10, if they can book with somebody online versus having to wait for you to call them back, they're probably going to go with the person they can just do it online with. So just keep that in mind. If they can book online versus having to call you and wait for you to call back and send them your schedule, all of that, people don't like that. People like instant. Like, I want my eyebrows done tomorrow, or I want my eyebrows done on Friday. Let me go right online. Oh, she has an opening. Boom, we in there. So don't miss out on money trying to skip out on the booking site. My first setup, it took me like 2 hours to do. I'm talking about with all my services, all the prices, all the descriptions. And now it takes no time. If I want to change my prices, change the amount of time it's going to take, it takes 2 seconds. So, and the good thing with booking sites, even if they have to reschedule, they can go right there on the site and reschedule. So definitely invest in a booking site. And just a quick disclaimer, a lot of people still would prefer you to book for them, but they can still see your availability, and you just go in, you get the information, you book it for them. And that still prevents you from overbooking yourself, and still let them see what's actually available for them. And it skips all that back and forth chit chat. The fourth thing I want to talk about, and it's something that I did first starting out, is auto replies on Facebook and Instagram. If you had an auto reply, take it off right now. Pause the video, go to your auto reply, and take it off. The reason why I say that is this is for a beginner business. If you're seasoned, auto replies working for you, baby, don't reinvent the wheel. Do you? Because it's working for you. However, if you are a brand new business owner, you don't know nothing about auto replies. Auto replies are a nightmare. Auto replies will cause you more problems than they will solutions. And I know, because I've been there and I've taken other business courses, and they all say the same thing. Take off the auto replies, sis. Auto replies are generic. They're so generic. This goes back to the robot thing. Nobody wants to feel like they're talking to a robot. People want to feel like they're talking to an actual person. If you're using auto replies, it's going to come off generic. Let's say they say, hey, I'm interested in service. Hi, I got your response. I'll be reaching out as soon as I can. They're thinking in their head, they get excited like, dang, she responding right away. The whole time it's a like auto response. It's like, oh, great. Okay, well, I guess I'll get a message today, tomorrow. Like, it seems like it's going to be nice and friendly, but it's really not. Or they inbox, love your work, and you're like, hi, I see you're interested in services. How can I help? No, they just said they love your work. They was giving you a compliment. Like, they didn't say nothing about services. And it's auto reply to you, but they don't know. So they're like, what? Immediately turned off. Like, people are just, it's kind of weird. Like, girl, I ain't saying nothing about services. I just said I like your work. Or let's say they say, hey, where are you located? Hi, I see that you're interested in services. I will let you know. I will reach out as soon as possible. Like, girl, I just want to know your address. Like, I ain't say nothing about services. I was asking for my auntie. Like, you will miss an opportunity to build a connection with the person. Sometimes when you get an auto reply, the person is immediately turned off and there's nothing you can do to fix it. Like, you'll check back in and they'll be like, nah, I'm not interested. You want to make a genuine connection, especially when it comes to like with my business. I'm about to tattoo somebody's face. I'm about to change their body. I'm about to whiten their teeth. Like, they want to connect with you. They want to feel that connection. They want to trust you. And when you break that trust with a generic auto reply, like you're just like they're just another customer, sometimes it's too late. Sometimes you can change it, but sometimes it's too late. Now, once you get more seasoned and you can figure out a way to be strategic with it where it still sounds genuine and it doesn't come off as like copy and paste, then go for it. Because auto replies can work for some people. But when you're just starting out, don't do auto replies. It's just cringe city. Like, last thing about auto replies, you will miss the chance to actually respond to that message because sometimes with the auto reply, technically you responded. So sometimes Facebook won't tell you, like, you still got to respond to this message. And if you're busy, you have a lot going on, you could very well miss that message. And then you remember 2 days later, like, they done found somebody else. They booked. They already got the service done. So this is for beginner businesses. Until you can figure out a strategy with auto replies, don't do it. Take the extra time and actually build a relationship. Let them know that they are a real person that they're going to spend their money with. If you think you are seasoned and you can do auto reply the right way, go for it. I'm not trying to knock nobody's hustle. Do what works for you and your business because it is your business. This is just for my beginners out here that's trying to learn. Y'all, take it off. The last thing I want to talk about, and this is probably one of the biggest things. This is in no particular order, but I really want to talk about consistency. You want to be consistent. Life is hectic, life is busy, but you are a business owner. You have got to be consistent with your business. You need consistent work. You need consistent marketing. You have to be consistent. You don't want people to feel like you fell off. You don't want people to forget about you. People will forget about you because businesses are popping up here, there, everywhere. YouTube has made it very easy and accessible for any and everyone to start a business, which is great. And there's money out here for everybody because everybody is not your customer. There's plenty of people out here that are your customer. You need to be creating consistent content. I know people say you need to post at least 3 times a day, 4 times a day. Like, if you realistically can't post 4 times a day and you can't consistently post 4 times a day, don't set that as your goal because what's going to happen, you're going to miss one post and you're going to be like, oh my God, I didn't post. Like, I'm a failure. Oh my God, I suck. All these negative self-talk. If you can only consistently post 1 time a day, guess what? That's consistency. And people are going to notice, like, at least I'm going to see 1 post a day. Start small. You're a small business. It's going to take time. Make 1 post a day. Whether it's your work, whether it's an inspirational post, make it your goal to at least do that. If you can consistently post 2, okay, then do that then. If you consistently post 3, then that's good. But make sure it's quality. Don't just be out here pushing out nonsense just so you can say you're consistent. You want consistent, good content. Consistent, good work. Like, take your time on your work. Take your time on your clients. Take great pictures. Take great videos. Like, just make sure you're consistent. And consistent is what makes sense for you. If you want to post every other day, if that's what you can be consistent as, that's okay. You're just starting out. You want to consistently, this is my disclaimer, my personal preference. At least post 1 time a day, especially as a small business. Be realistic with yourself. You're just starting out. You're new to this, but you got to be consistent. Now, there are many social media platforms. I already told you want to use all forms of marketing. But let's say you can't figure out TikTok, or you can't figure out Instagram Reels. You need to at least stick to one that you know for sure you can consistently post on. And I know y'all gonna talk junk because, like, I may be on too many social media sites. But one thing about it, I'm consistently posting somewhere. Okay? Okay? Yeah, but I don't post consistently on Instagram. And I struggle on Instagram because I'm not posting consistently. So, like, I could take my own advice, but, like, I be forgetting. It's not an excuse, but I do forget. Trying to consistently post on everything, it gets overwhelming. But even I have noticed the weeks that I post consistently on Instagram or consistently on Facebook, I get more return on that. I get more engagement. I get more messages. I get more comments, questions, all of that. So I'm here to tell you, like, when you're consistent, it comes back tenfold. You have got to be consistent with your stuff. You got to post out consistent good work. You don't want somebody to be like, oh, that picture look good, but I don't know about that. Because then people are like, I don't know if our work is real good or she just has good days. Especially for me, if you're microblading or doing any type of permanent makeup, like, you can't afford to have bad work, like consistency across the board, because people are gonna look at that. You can't have one bomb set of brows and then the next one is trash. Like, you just can't. It's gonna take some time, but consistency is key. I know everybody says that. It's everybody's favorite line, but it really is key. And as long as you're consistent, you're consistently posting, you're consistently marketing, and you have good work and a good product, it's going to work for you. Stick with it. Don't get discouraged. It's going to work. I promise you. And this is not a pro tip, because the pros, they want you to post between the hours of 11 and 1, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then 12 to 6, Thursday and Friday. Baby, I cannot even keep up, and everybody is different. You post when you can, because one thing about it, they might not see your post today, but that's why I love tomorrow. I'm just playing. Seriously, everybody's busy, and it's very hard to stay consistent. Let's say you had a busy day. You done worked. You done talked to a million people about your business. You had to pick up your kids. You cooked dinner for your husband, your kids, put your kids in the bath. All of a sudden it's 11 o'clock and you realize, oh my God, I didn't even post today. Guess what? You're laying in bed. You scrolling anyways, because we all got the late night scroll. If you're scrolling anyway, come up with something. Post something you did today. Post something inspirational. Repost something. And even if it's at 11 o'clock, guess what? You still made your post for the day. People get so caught up in finding the right time to post. And granted, it's true. I will give everybody the credit, because the people that do post at certain times, they are successful. But however, you're a beginning business. You just gotta do what you can. So if you're winding down and you remember at 11 o'clock you didn't post today, make the post. If tomorrow you have followers, they're gonna visit your page and they'll be like, oh, she did post. It was late. Like, at least she posted something. It's better than not posting anything at all. You're consistently with posting your one time a day. Don't beat yourself up. Try and figure out when's the best time to post on Facebook, when's the best time to post on Instagram, because everybody's different. Because I won't see any Instagram posts all day. I don't even be on Instagram all day. And then when I go home at night and I finally lay down, I'm like, dang, I haven't looked at Instagram all day. And guess what? That one person that's just winding down with you, hey, there go your person. They seen your post. Like, and it may be your customer. Like, dang, she's up with me. Okay. And at the same time, I've posted sometime like at midnight and somebody messaged me and they end up booking. It doesn't happen all the time, but still, start small. At least you posted something. Small victories, you guys. A small business with small victories will turn into a big business with big victories. And yes, I just made that up, and, put it in the comments if you feeling it, for real. And the last thing I want to talk about with consistency. And I haven't quite figured this completely out yet, but scheduling posts. If you know you struggle, let's say like you figured out you want to post on Facebook between the hours of 2 and 3. The great thing about Facebook is you can schedule that. So go right there. When you think of your post, even if it's at midnight, you go ahead and make it. You schedule it for tomorrow, so then you don't even have to think about it. So if you struggle with consistency, or you get home and the last thing you want to do is make content or post or anything, schedule it. Like, you can schedule your post for, I think, a week out. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Like, watch another video from somebody else to figure that out. But literally, schedule your posts. If you have a free day, if you can, schedule it for the week. So then you're done. You can wash your hands. So then you have your one post a day. And let's say you have some downtime during the week. Now you got a bonus post. So now you out here posting twice a day. And now look at you. You out here. You doing it. So yeah, schedule your posts. If you can't schedule your posts, still post it anyway. I don't care if it's at midnight. because somebody is still up. And if they're not up, the way the algorithm works, if people have been looking at your stuff, they're going to see it. Or if they like your work and they're coming back to see what you've been doing, they're going to go to your page anyway. The moral of the story, don't be out here just not posting anything because it's too late or you miss the hours of 2 and 3 on Tuesday and Thursday. Like, don't worry yourself about the best time to post and when you should post unless you're going to schedule your posts. Like, yes, there are great times. I'm not taking that away from anybody. But don't let that be your basis on whether you post. Because I am the same way. Like, dang, I'm not going to post it now. I'm going to wait till 5 o'clock. Then I done missed the 5 o'clock hour to post. I was like, dang, I guess I'll post it tomorrow. Like, no, post it. Somebody's going to see it. Somebody out there. And you're being consistent. And social media likes consistency. They're going to push your stuff out because you're still posting. So, as always, I want to do a quick recap for you guys for the 5 beginner business tips. Number 1, Google. You need to be on Google right now. Even if you're in the beginning stages, go ahead and start the Google process because you need to be on Google. I'm not going to go over it again because you got to scroll back to see that. Number 2, you need to be utilizing all forms of marketing. You need to get you some business cards, some social media, some websites, all of that. Like, you got to use all forms. You got to get creative. You got to put your face to the business. All of that. Number 3, you need your booking site. You need your website. Either or both. Or you can do a little bit of the two together. But seriously, booking site, website. When you know you're about to launch, you need those. Number 4, don't be using auto replies. Do not use auto replies. Once you grow into your business and you can figure it out strategically, then yes, by all means, do your auto replies. But for now, don't focus too much on auto replies. You got to do the leg work. You got to get in there. You got to respond to the people. You got to build those connections because they need to be able to trust you. You're starting out. You need to gain that trust. And number 5, consistency. No matter what you're doing, what it is, you need to be consistent. You need to be consistently posting, consistently showing your good work, all of that. So those are the 5 things. I really hope that you guys learned something today. If you're just starting off on your business, I wish you the best of luck. If there's anything that I can do to help you, give you any advice, you can always drop your comments below. You can find me on all my socials, Amani K Brows and Beauty. It's across the board. Literally, I'm everywhere. Like, you can find me, I promise. There's no dumb questions. I was a beginner business before, so I get it. Seriously, anything you can think of, reach out to me. If you learned something, please like, please comment, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.